I was captain of the wrestling team, state champion. I was valedictorian of my high school as well, so high school was definitely a big thing for me. And, but, my drug use and stuff was already ongoing at that point in time.
So even while you were the best wrestler in the state, you were a drug addict?
Yeah, I would say so.
Brennon Chambers was on top of the world, but even the high of winning a state wrestling championship didn't match the one he got from drugs and alcohol. He started drinking at 15, and a pill problem developed after 2 wrestling injuries. The problem only grew after graduating.
I did cocaine and ecstasy, hallucinogens, mushrooms, acid, pills. Xanax for a long time was my worst enemy, but my best friend at the same time.
After a failed intervention by his family, Brennon moved to Florida. Then came the trouble with the law.
Rock bottom for me was, I think it was about 6 months after I got my DUI when I got a felony drug possession charge. I think that was like the point in time when I realized that if I don't get a grip on this thing now, I'm either going to wind up in jail for an extended amount of time or it's going to kill me.
Recovery started then, but it was anything but smooth. He credits his wife, his son, and his newfound faith for putting him on the right path.
I turned it over to my higher power, and I asked for help. For the first time in my life, I asked somebody to help me.
Now, Brennon's been sober for just over a year, and part of his sobriety is making amends, apologizing to people he harmed because of his addiction. We tagged along with Brennon, now 29, for a special apology. This to his 19-year-old cousin Josie, a mother who died of a heroin overdose in 2015.
I want you to know that I was wrong for all the times I got high with you, brought drugs and alcohol to your house and let you partake. I'm sorry I was too weak and insecure with my own feelings to stay sober at your funeral. I just couldn't handle it. But today I will and I can. Forever loved and never forgotten, your cousin, Brennon.
After reading the letter, it was burned, a way to symbolize the end of that chapter of his life and the beginning of a new one inspired by the death of his cousin.
I think that her death definitely propelled me to a new stratosphere as far as my recovery.
That new stratosphere involves sponsoring others, trying to beat addiction, and speaking at events like this Celebrate Recovery gathering at the Christian Church of New Cumberland, a place where, just a few years ago, he never could have imagined himself.
It means everything to me because the only way that I can keep what I got is by giving it away. There's so many people out there in this world that have helped me before I was ready to help myself.
While Brennon seems to be beating the addiction, he says it's not a battle an addict can permanently win.
This is a one-day-at-a-time thing.
With a News 9 special assignment, I'm Rich Pierce.